settled anything yet.
Jet, we have other things to take care of. Let's hurry to Babylon Garden.
I suppose we should head home too.
Hey Sonic, why do you think the ancient Babylonians sealed away that power unit in the Gigan Rocks?
Beats me.
Something's not right. The lightless black that assaulted the divine wings. And how that robot chasing Amy just exploded. Oh, we can't let those meteorites get near Babylon Garden!
How is that thing still flying?
Eggman!
I don't know.
What?
All I can say is that something nearby is generating a massive electromagnetic pulse. That may have forcibly engaged the program in the robot's buffer.
Sonic, the Babylonians weren't able to control the power of those meteorites.
What do you mean?
I figured out how they can change gravitational polarity. It's a black hole. The meteorites amplify gravity to form black holes. That's the lightless black that attacked the divine wings.
The power units are resonating together, forming a giant black hole.
What the?
At this rate, the whole planet will be sucked into the black hole. Thanks, Sonic.
The world is doomed.
Wait! How can we stop this storm?
The core unit in the engine room powers Babylon Garden. We can disconnect it. That should do the trick.
I'll go on ahead.
Alrighty, it's time for the final boss, everybody.
All right, bring it on.
So just like the original Sonic Riders, we have a unorthodox final race where it isn't in laps. You do want to be first and get to the finish line and all that jazz. But you are in pretty much what is a boss fight. All this thing really requires is that you build up rings so that your max speed is up, your GP meter goes up, so that you can grind on rails and whatnot to build that GP. Because you need gravity meter points every time you get to the end of the track. It automatically sends you into gravity dive mode so that you can charge into the giant robot boss who somehow grew bigger and mutated because... science! Also, it's a video game, but so basically every time you get to the end of a lap, it's always going to automatically make you gravity dive. And if you don't have any gravity energy, if you're not hitting those jumps with the X button, if you're not taking advantage of the grind rails or bouncing off the glass dome things when you're using gravity dive, your character will actually fall short of the robots, and he won't charge into him. And you need to charge into him because that counts as a hit. 2 hits, and it takes you into lap 2, where the boss will change its strategy a little. So now the boss is shooting giant yellow energy balls at us. And the yellow energy balls will knock your ass and stun you and let the other characters behind you catch up. And again, if they're in first and you're in second, you can't very well hit the robots. You're just going to be going in laps and laps and laps. This time around, we have a time limit. I have to beat this guy in under 3 minutes and 23 seconds, and if I don't, well, then I lose. So it's not like the genie boss from Sonic Riders 1, where you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it until you win. But honestly, I find this boss a lot easier than the genie boss in Sonic Riders. Mainly because the AI doesn't seem to really overtake me at all, like the other racers. The gravity dive is easy to maintain as long as you're just hitting the jumps, hitting the grind, and, you know, just making sure you don't lose any energy. It's pretty easy to defeat this guy, if you want my honest opinion. This level can be played in free race with any other character, so in story mode you have to be Sonic, but if you wanted to be Dr. Eggman and save the day, that's totally possible. And that's why there are flying shortcuts also along with the speed shortcuts, and the power characters can actually knock away the robot boss's attacks. The power characters like Knuckles and Eggman can actually punch the meteors and the energy balls that he shoots at you out of the sky, and you get gravity energy from doing so, so that's always fun. Like I said though, it's a lot easier than the genie boss. It's just keep ahead, keep building up your energy meter, and if you have enough energy, you will gravity dive into the guy, because it automatically does it for you, and then you beat the game. Good riddance, generic, white, silvery robot. God, I hate those robots. Goodbye, generic Eggman troops. Ugh.
So are you okay with all this?
Well, much as I'll miss the vastness of space, this world still has its charm. Besides...
I wonder what those meteors really were. They had some programming that made them try to gather up the other units. Yeah? It activated when Eggman found the first piece and put it in the mother computer. All the robots went berserk because they were all connected to the network. At least I think that's what happened.
But who made that program?
I have no idea. Maybe the ancient Babylonians. Or maybe someone even more ancient. Maybe it was a warning for people to stay away from power beyond control.
But the people of
I
Babylon...
can't believe they were the descendants of aliens. They crash-landed on this planet in the ancient past. They disconnected their engine unit and left it in orbit, hoping that someday it would fall back down to the surface. Every time they saw a shooting star.
I bet they'd wish they could get back to their home planet.
Maybe that's why people started wishing on shooting stars.
Sonic!
the Babylon Rogues are aliens.
As much as I'll miss the vastness of space.
Jet the Hawk, Storm the Albatross, Wave the Swallow are not just birds, they are birds from another planet. So, that's kind of weird. That's a weird place to take your characters. I mean, we sort of learned that Shadow's the descendant of an alien in Shadow the Hedgehog, but still, I don't think anyone was really expecting the Babylon Rogues to be aliens, but I digress. It's just very wacky plot, I'll tell you. But yeah, this has been Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, ladies and gentlemen. A very fantastic racing game. I still don't think that the Rider series are, like, the best games. You know, I don't think that, like, they can match something like Mario Kart. Like, if I'm going to recommend a racing game, I'd still be like, oh, Mario Kart, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, or whatever. But as a fun spin-off airboard game, you can't really do too wrong. Like I said before, I think the accessibility on this game is a lot higher than the original game, but I also think the original game is more fun when you do know what to do. So Zero Gravity is kind of a mixed bag. I think that the soundtrack is glorious. I think that people can have fun with it, and whether you like it more than the first game, well, that's really up to you. But the answer is no. And, as some people know, there is a third Sonic Riders game that was released. I'm not going to be doing it next because it's not next in the chronological timeline. I'm still doing these Sonic games chronologically, after all. But it was released in 2010, 2011. It was 2010. And it was for the Kinect. You know, that Xbox 360 motion peripheral where you don't have a controller? So how did Sonic Free Riders turn out? Am I even jumping? B, right on. Now I'm swimming! This is so stupid. Yeah, let's just say it sucks shit. It's awful. I would not recommend it at all. I'll probably do an in-depth little review analysis when I actually get to it. I do have a friend who owns a Kinect, and I could probably play the game more, but, God, I don't want to. Sonic Free Riders was awful. Just awful. Seriously, don't play it. Oh, God. Oh, but the soundtrack is glorious. The end credits theme we're listening to right now is Ungraffitify. And I'm going to be showing you the Sonic Heroes theme song and the Babylon Rogues theme song in an extra video, because there's still more stuff I want to show off. I'm still going to be doing my usual Eggman winning the Grand Prix, because you can play as Eggman in this game, don't you know? And for some reason, his voice clips are still Mike Pollock and Dean Bristow. I don't get that. They added, like, zero gravity quotes, like when he's doing Gravity Dive, he goes like, "Here I go! Here I go!" But, like, why does Dean Bristow's line still in the game? Some people thought in, like, the original Riders, oh, it was a tribute because he died, and they wanted to honor his memory. Yeah, well, now it's 2008. How do you keep Dean Bristow's lines in there? It doesn't make sense. But, anywho, I have other characters to show off. I have other racetracks that weren't in story mode to show off, other boards, other extra stuff. So this LP will still be going on. But in case you're wondering what's next for Sonic, you just want to jump to the next Sonic game, I'm going to be looking at Super Smash Bros. Brawl in one video to showcase how Sonic was in that game. We're going to look at Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Brawl next. I hope you had fun, and I will see you then. Toodles. Oh, my Eggman Land plans are ruined again! Son of a bitch! I swear to you, Eggman Land will be a thing one day, and it will be the most annoying, freaking gigantic, tedious level in all of Sonic history! Mark my words! Ugh, I need a drink.